What's cracking, y'all? Just wanted to give you an update on my console, finishing up my console, and also finally made a top plate for my my Regal for the shifter. I never got to finish that either. So what I did here is I actually went to Lowe's or Home Depot, one of them, and I was gonna use this piece right here to make some side panels and cover them up, wrap them, and then put them on my console. But I decided to go with this thinner board here just because it's going to be a little bit easier for me to kind of deal with, and I'll be able to mount them and put them behind my speaker. That way I don't have to get super decorative with this piece, because it wouldn't be able to really fit like this one would on the speaker and whatnot. It'd just be kind of more of a hassle to have to cut like a larger square piece and kind of get more decorative and use a router and all that, and then cover that up with some mesh material. And I just didn't want to do all that right now. I don't know if this is going to be my final console or not, being that it's my first, but I just thought that I would just use this hardboard. It's kind of like pegboard, y'all. I wanted the solid brown. I didn't mean to get this white board, but that's all that they had, and they only had big 4x8 sheets, and I didn't need that much. I didn't even need this much, but that's all they had. So so I picked it up, I don't know, for like $8 or something from Lowe's. Just cut out the size, and I'm just gonna put this on the side of the panel on the console, and then just take the speaker out and just mount the speaker back on, put it on the console, and be good to go. I'll probably either use magnets or Velcro it to the side, so that way I can take it off easy and whatnot. So it's not perfect, but my console isn't perfectly like straight and whatever. So I just cut this one to size, and it should work pretty good. I'm going to wrap it with that same vinyl wrap that I bought. So yeah, got that cut out. Just use a hole saw for the center pieces, and I actually used this little jigsaw and just kind of took my time and went around. So but as you can see, it's kind of wavy in some spots, but that's kind of how my console is. But you're not going to actually really see that, because it's going to be, this is the foot of the console. This part here isn't straight either, but that's the back of the console. But the main thing here is you can see the front is really straight, and good 90-degree bend, so that's good. And then I actually extended this piece right here out further. It actually is supposed to stop about right here, but I made it a little longer, so my tablet that sits right there will actually sit right in between, so that way it won't slide side to side, so that'll look pretty flush in there as well. So I did that, and also finally made a piece for my Regal. This will actually go over the console, so you won't be able to see down inside the console. I just put this tape on there so I didn't get any jagged edges or anything like that. And then I'll probably just take a little sandpaper and just sand it down smooth. What I'll probably do is either order or go to like O'Reilly's or AutoZone or something and get some vinyl wrap, and either wrap this with a solid black, or I might even do like a carbon fiber look-alike. So that way when it's on there, it'll look good, and it'll be good to go. So, but yeah, y'all, I'm happy with it. I mean, it could be just temporary. We'll kind of see how it works out. So but yeah, y'all, sorry if the camera was off. I think I might have been down here with it. I wasn't even looking at the camera, but yeah, that's it. So this was like $3 at Lowe's, and they actually were able to cut it to size for me here. And again, I just took this jigsaw, I made a little starter hole with this little cutoff wheel, so I can get the jigsaw blade in there, and just took my time, went around. This probably isn't the right blade to cut it, but when I went slow, it actually cut it pretty good. So got it cut out to size, got the holes cut out for the speakers. I decided just to put this behind the speaker, and then that way it would just hold on. I would never have to take it off anyway. My original thought was to put magnets, like a flat piece of metal here, and then drill magnets inside the console there. But I decided not to do that. I would never have to take it off for any reason anyway. So I'm just gonna let the speaker hold it on. And it's a little flimsy when it's long, but when it's like small like this, you can't even barely bend it at all. So, but I got one piece wrapped already. As you can see, all I gotta do is cut that speaker hole out. And then the 4 dots that you see around there are actually for the holes for the screws for the speakers to go in and mount up to. So that's what it looked like before. And I'll put this on, and it works out great. So you have to do it this way, and I've seen most people do it this way with a side panel piece on, just because you can't really take one piece of material and basically wrap it around the whole thing without having to cut it and having it bend in places and things like that. It just wouldn't be smooth. So you take that and you take another piece and wrap it and put it together, and then there you go. And so what I did here is it's not perfect, but it actually is pretty damn close. As you can see, it's lined up here and then here on the top. And I left a little edge here. And my original thought, what I was gonna do was I was gonna put a magnet here. And I don't think I have my tablet. Yeah, I don't have my tablet in here, but this is where my tablet goes, right here. So I have a square piece here of wood that's already wrapped, and I have a tablet there, as you've seen in my previous videos. And so the tablet actually lays flat, and then it actually sits perfect here when the cup holders are inside, so it doesn't slide back and forth. So I left a little bit more of an edge right there, that way it won't slide side to side. So when I get the other one mounted up, then it'll have a little bit of a lip or edge there, so that way you can just sit right in there flush and it won't go anywhere. So thought that was probably a better idea. But yeah, y'all, coming along, and it'll be all done. I'm trying to get it done here. It's been really rainy and wet here, but as you know, I got that photo shoot with the car, so I'm trying to get this done looking right, so it'll look good. And it's in there for its final resting place. And you know what? I'm happy with it. It's not perfect by any means. I mean, the seams aren't great, and I think mainly it's because of the thickness of how I had to overlap a lot of the material on the back, so you know, on the outside it wouldn't show. And it's not perfectly straight here. That side panel piece I kind of had to like not really freehand, but I did it off of the original console. I just took a trace of it, and then I don't have the tools to do it, so I had to take it to my girlfriend's house, or my girlfriend's parents' house, and do it that way. But all in all, I mean, it matched up pretty good. Sorry y'all for the unsteadiness. I'm kind of crawling around in my car, but as you can see, I'll try to put a picture of how it looked previously in here and then with the side panel on. And night and day difference, y'all. I think it's a clean look. It's not too overly done. The gray is a neutral color, so it'll go well with everything in here. Like I said, I couldn't find anything blue, and I didn't really want to go black just because I don't know, it's just kind of plain and whatever, so I kind of wanted to go something neutral, and a little bit more of a lighter color, since the blue in the car is a little bit more of a light, kind of subtle color. But shoot, all in all, y'all, looks pretty damn good. Here, I'll try to get a side view so you can kind of see what it looks like from below. And there it is. So yeah, y'all, try to step back a little bit so you can kind of see. But yeah, it looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm pleased. It sounds good. Everything works. I have the side panels actually held on by the speaker. I just mounted them behind the speaker. Here, right here, they kind of bow out a little bit. So what I did is I was gonna originally put magnets in there, but to be quite honest, y'all, I kind of got a little burnt out I'm working on the car because it seems like every day I'm dealing with either this car, my other car, or recently I had some tire issues with my truck. It went flat like 3 days in a row after I took it to a local tire shop 3 days in a row, and they finally figured out what was wrong with it. So and then now to come here, and then I have to go to work here in a little bit. So I'm just trying to get it done, and so I can actually just go and relax a little bit here before work. So I didn't want to do the magnet part because I would have had to drill in the side of the console, and then mount it flush, and mount the magnet in there flush, and then glue it in, and then put a piece of metal on this part here, so that it'll actually stick to the console if I did the magnet part. So, but what I came up with is I probably will never ever take off that side panel. Some people do the magnet piece so they can take the side panel off, and then they just do like decorative style like squares on the side, and then they actually use like a piece of cloth to cover the speaker so you can't even see it. And I really didn't want to go that route, and like I said, I don't have all the tools and the routers and material to kind of do that, so this was the next best option for me, and I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off, y'all, because my phone's about to die, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get in this house so I can get some stuff done before work. So but final video of the console looks good. I'm happy with it, done with it, and moving forward in my other projects. So all right, y'all, I'll holla at y'all later. Have a blessed day, and we'll see y'all soon.